I say the F word.
That is exciting. That's actually pretty exciting.
I say the S word.
Oh
No.
I say the one you just said. At least 5 times. Like, I say it so much.
I never start.
You
Oh
do.
my god, let's not go through this again.
You are always
okay,
the
off camera,
one.
we've just established that. So Max, someone said he wants to start, and Harvey said me. I said, of course he does, Mr. Centre of Attention. And he goes, I never start.
I don't.
And I went, I could bring up at least 5 videos where you start. And then Dobby goes, you do always start and finish.
I had
And he
a
goes,
piece
it's
of...
my show.
It is my show. I had a piece of food stuck in the back of my teeth.
Oh, God.
And it was causing me immense pain. I've been away in Spain without the S because of the tooth thing. And I
What?
just couldn't eat or enjoy eating at any point. It's fine. That went straight over your head. I couldn't enjoy eating because every time I went to have like a nice meal or whatever, I was just in pain because of this. And it was like...
Oh.
Without the S.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks
Glad
for
she
landing
finally
with us.
clocked that. Sounds like a skill issue.
It does, because I didn't bring any flossing things with me. You don't typically pack floss. And it turns out
I'm sure a lot of people do.
I'm sure people probably do, but I didn't. So the second I got back and I flossed with like one of those little toothpick things, I got it straight out, and it is the most relief I've felt in quite some time.
But you said it hurt when you got it out.
No, it didn't hurt when I got it out.
It's a lovely feeling getting a...
Yeah, I know.
It had like... the gums were growing around it. Do you know what I mean? Like it was like...
What
it was
it?
becoming part of... I don't know.
Sand.
I ate it like a week ago, it must have been. I've been in pain for quite a while now. Sorry to just tell everyone about my dentistry issues, but usually I'm pretty good with my teeth. It was just something that for some reason I couldn't get out.
Look at mine.
Well done, Tills. You got new braces.
I can barely see your teeth. I just see blue and metal. Like your teeth are quite small.
But how was Spain, Harvey? It was good, thanks. I went and did lots of sort of
That
relaxing
was sad.
things. I went to the beach for a bit.
See, this is why we didn't ask you that question, because
went-
I'm already bored.
Went swimming and nearly died.
Yes. Now this is something worth talking
I don't think
about.
I've
I
heard
will
this
give
Do you
her
not know about
credit.
this?
Yes, she does. She just doesn't know what you're about to say.
Oh, so basically, I was 5 to 10 seconds away from being crushed by a car. And I don't mean like was crossing the road and not looking and someone came speeding by. I mean a car came barreling round a corner, drove up 2 cars, landed on its side, and I was about 5 meters away from it. Literally having just crossed the road.
And so I'd like to tell you, I showed this video to a fair few people.
Right.
And the majority of the response was...
Oh no!
Why
I didn't
does-
want this!
Why does this feel like I'm watching some sort of premeditated car crash and some poor GCSE Year 11 student has started acting around the scene of the crime?
So I
Wait,
was...
there's a
Right.
video?
So
Can I see?
I was
Have you not
swearing.
seen the video?
No.
I was swearing a lot, so we're probably not going to put it in. But
Yeah.
like it, and also it was, probably
You
not
just
fair to the
sound
person.
so animated and you're doing nothing.
I was so panicked
I want
though.
to see it.
I was so panicked, and truly, you don't know how to act in those situations. So I'm there shouting for other people because we were literally the only people in that area. There was no one else around, and all of a sudden you're like, I'm in a foreign country where I need to be able to help someone who doesn't speak my language in the car. The car's smoking. And I've just got visions of it blowing up in my face.
Why
so
have
of
you guys
course,
got videos of everything as well?
because I genuinely thought if something goes wrong or anything bad happens, let's get this on camera so that everyone knows, anyone who needs to, more on a professional level, not on like a let's display this to the world. I'm not going to make
He wasn't filming it for social media.
I'm not going to make
be
a
fair.
TikTok out of it, of course, but it's more like for safety of knowing what happened and who's where, and all of that I think is just important to catch on video. I wasn't a person who just turned up to a crime scene and went, oh, this is fun. I was trying to help as much as I was completely useless. But it was like, even as I realized I could call the police, I was like, but they're probably not going to speak the language. Like they might speak English, I don't know, but I was better to just get someone else to try and call the police. And then they did arrive. I held the car door open while the ambulance people lifted the woman out of the car, and it was just a lot. But anyway, we won't dwell on that too much because it was the first night I was there, and I was like, wow, that was jarring.
I nearly
Exciting
died
trip to
today.
Spain.
Oh, good.
How?
Oh no, that's a lie. I just was bored of that. I got pooed on by a bird. I had a brand new coat on today and I got pooed on by a bird. And I
Nearly
nearly
died.
cried.
I complimented that coat as well, but I'm glad you got shat on.
What a thing to say to your 13-year-old
Yeah.
sister.
Yeah, you deserve it.
Sorry, I was joking.
No,
But
no.
I didn't know how to segue it.
That's fine. I appreciate the attempt.
Okay.
Is that it?
But
Is
yeah,
that your
no,
story?
No, and I don't think it actually did go in my hair, but I thought it went in my hair, which I literally washed yesterday, but it didn't. But it went on my coat, but it was like, I don't know if it was though, at the same time. It was almost just water. Do you know what I mean? There was like no birds flying.
I mean, the bird's been drinking a lot.
Or just has diarrhea.
I'm pretty sure birds
Birds,
pee and poop at the same time, no?
Cloaca.
Thank you.
That's what it's called.
What?
Their orifice.
Aha.
Yeah, I'm sorry that we're talking about this, everyone. I literally don't know how this happened.
Aren't you glad
but
you brought it up?
yeah.
What happened to your
Cloaca.
knee?
Oh yeah, I got okay, I don't know how to word this because every time I say it, people get really confused and then they start actually like thinking it's worse than it is because how I say it to people, I'm like, oh, I got dropped in a lift in Panto and they're like, the lift just went down. I was like, no, like someone was
lift.
lifting me and I did that today. I was in a lift in Panto and I got dropped and someone went, where was the lift? Why, was it really old? I was like, are you joking? I just showed you. I was trying to explain it. It just doesn't work. Like everyone's like,
So like a cheerleading lift almost.
I
like
think you
But
shouldn't
no.
start it by saying I was in a lift because the sentence.
no, I say
in
I
a
got
lift-
dropped.
in a lift.
Yeah,
Doing a lift maybe would.
Yeah.
dropped. Yeah,
You
yeah,
shouldn't
maybe.
say in a lift because were you inside of said lift? No.
Yeah, technically, I was in the middle.
Of the lift.
Of
She
said
took
lift.
an English shortcut, which technically is allowed to imply.
I know, and I'm not
she
saying you're
meant.
grammatically incorrect because I mean this would be the first guy to kick you in the forehead if you did that. But I think you could have chosen slightly different words to make it easier for your simpleton friends.
Okay.
Oh, that was uncalled for.
It
I
was
think.
uncalled for. I said what I said.
You seem to be injuring yourself a lot at the moment, though, as well. Like you've
Is
constantly
this knee?
come to us with.
And when you do injure yourself, right? Because you're 13 now, you're growing up. You're around.
You're a
people
growing
that
boy.
You're a growing boy. You're around people that experiment with words and such. Have you ever let out a little swear word when you've injured yourself?
Little
Never.
piss.
But I heard little birdie told me, little birdie named Tilly, that you're in a play that you actually have to swear in.
Yeah.
Wait, she's called Tilly.
She is called Tilly. How many
Oh, so
swear
she's-
words?
Sorry,
And I can't lie, I'm gassed to see this play. But how many swear words do you say in said play?
I say the F word.
That is exciting. That's actually pretty exciting.
I say the S word.
Oh,
No.
I say the one you just said
piss.
at least 5 times. Like, I say it so much.
Piss off.
Right, I'd like to play a game. How many swear words can we make Tilly say on camera?
Okay. How many do you know?
I know all of them, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I bet you don't.
Probably not.
I bet we could come up with some belters right now.
Will you recite piss for us?
Give us your best piss.
Tilly, give us your best piss.
No.
How about
That out of context. This so
how about a shit?
No, obviously not.
Will you recite?
Do you have to bleep that one?
we probably will. I don't know.
We're far enough in.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
Also,
it's
the
not
F
worth
word
it,
was
is
like a last minute add-in.
oh, good. They went. You know what? She's not sworn enough.
This is missing.
No,
Yeah.
because it was another P.
Yeah.
It was another one of them.
Yep.
And so he changed the line. No, not
No,
that
it was.
Was it not that?
God, I want to cut that just for your own dignity. That was horrific.
Kind of fair.
So what this reminds me of a little bit was obviously when I was 7, I did Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, which was a very sweary show. They also talk about a lot of other subjects in there that you absolutely should not know about as a child. But I remember it was just exciting that I was in a show surrounded by swearing, but I don't think I ever swore.
No,
I'm
I
almost
don't think
certain I
so.
didn't. But like, so I was going away going, oh, I've learned all these new words. Whereas now you're a little bit older. For you, it's just, I'm not usually allowed to swear in public, but here I am getting to do it. And have we got a lot of family coming to see this show as well?
I don't know. I know Barmy is.
Oh, good.
I think
she'll just like
I think
that
it might
anyway.
mostly
That's our
just
grandma.
be immediate family. I think it's us.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. A lot of my friends are coming though.
So what was Mum's reaction when she first found out?
She found out before me.
Oh, did they have to warn her or something?
Well, no. Kia told her.
Right, the director.
Yeah. And so he was like, you know that this part she's going to have to swear. And I was like, yeah, that's fine.
Good for Mum. I don't think she would have done that for us, I'll be honest. I mean,
And then-
maybe. If
And
it's
then
like,
he goes, like, would you be okay with me adding like an F? And she was like, yeah.
That's
Good
awesome.
on her.
I think because you're so like subjected to it now, especially because of us as well, it's not the end of the world. Whereas when we started on social media and we were your age, we were 13, we were not allowed in any way, shape or form to be swearing. I don't know what obviously Mum was conscious of us not, because she realised that quite quickly we were growing a following and we had a lot of younger, impressionable followers and stuff like that, that she didn't want us to be like the trailblazers for encouraging other kids to swear. But I think also she realised quite quickly that other family members would be seeing the stuff that we were posting and all that, and she didn't want them seeing us swearing as well. But at the same time, actually back then we probably weren't really allowed to swear that much anyway. Because
Apparently you were allowed to in front of Dad.
in front of Dad,
Yeah,
yes.
he didn't mind.
He didn't mind, but Mum did mind, and we were very cautious of it until about the age of sort of maybe 16-ish, 15,
I don't
16.
believe that 15.
15
least.
maybe, but it was more likely 16. I think 15 we were, treading water. Sort of just like, oh, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should kind of see what we can get away with.
By the time we'd gone to college, it was sort of fair game, really. I don't think
Oh, for
anyone
sure, yeah.
really kicked up a fuss. But yeah, Harvey is kind of right. Sort of our whole time through secondary school, Mum would always be like,
Stop swearing! But not in like a sort of funny way that she does now. In like a,
she'd get quite angry.
yeah, we were slightly scared of her. She's terrifying.
And
And there's this week's Mum is terrifying part of the episode, and we got it in. It's fine because we had her confirm the other day
She
doesn't
doesn't watch
watch the
it.
podcast,
She doesn't watch it.
so it's okay. It doesn't matter.
How did you get that
eats this shit up.
confirmed?
He loves
He,
it.
he eats it for breakfast
Paul
at 1
loves
a.m.
this.
usually.
Yeah.
But yeah, mother does not.
How did you get that confirmed?
She just told us. She was she just said I don't watch it.
We were having a discussion, I think, about the podcast in some way or another, and Paul and Sarah were both there, and she very much was just like, yeah, no, I've not seen it. I don't know what's going on.
So you're fine. Crack on. Talk
But,
about whatever
yeah.
you want, basically. Give me one of them. I am a little bit confused, Tills.
What a
'Cause-
horrible segue this has been.
Why haven't you sort of had any urge to swear? Is it something personal that you just don't like
my
it,
fingers aren't
or
doing the same thing as yours. Sorry, I just had to say. My fingers are just flopping. And that actually hurt. I don't know what. It
didn't hit your knee.
vibrated.
answer the question?
Because you guys basically swear for me.
Right. So it's
You do
like
enough.
boring to you. You're not bothered
You
by
do
it.
enough for me.
What's one of the worst things you've heard us say?
Just give her a second to count them.
Yeah, she's gonna have to figure out what ranks highest. Like maybe something we've said to Sarah or Paul, or maybe even each other. Or
I think one of the worst sort of just linked words we use starts with thunder and ends with something else.
yes,
I
I
don't think we've ever said it
I feel
directly
like
to you.
genuinely the things that we say to each other that are worse though often don't
Thunderbird
include swear
Taco.
words.
Thought she was going to send it then.
Did you say something about Del Taco?
What?
Thunderbird Taco.
Oh,
What did you say?
I heard Del Taco. I just think that the things that we say to each other that are bad or offensive or just, to upset each other actually don't often include swear words. It's more just like, I do not respect your opinion. And that's kind of how we
I don't know the
get
thunder
to each
one.
other. It's if you were to see someone next Tuesday.
Oh.
Yes, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah, there it is. We got there. But
I was
that's-
going to say that's probably one of the worst ones. I didn't really
why?
know the ranking that.
Why is it the worst one?
Because I've just been told that that's a really bad
Yeah.
one.
Who decided?
Who was like, oh, I don't like the sound of that one. That should be the worst.
Who decided the F word was so bad?
And okay, I would love to get your opinion on this, right? there are a lot of people who have had different variations of this same opinion, which is that if you are offended by something that someone else has said, is that their problem or is it your problem? Because for them, it might not be offensive at all. It might be the way they talk. It might mean a different thing to them, or it might just not have the same ring to it as it does to you. So should that then be their responsibility to protect you, especially if they don't know? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I can tell which side of the argument you're on.
Exactly. And I've argued that very unbiasedly.
Yeah.
But to then give it its fair share, you are then subjecting a person involuntarily to that language that they then didn't choose to be around.
Yeah.
And so
It's a tough one because, like other things that have been discussed, you don't really go around sort of introducing yourself in a way of, hello, my name's Max and I don't like swearing. No one really does that.
Hi, I'm Harvey, and I'd prefer if you didn't say but we'll bleep that.
Let's bleep that.
But yeah, like I don't know. It is a tricky one because you don't want to go around upsetting people, and I think we do make usually a conscious effort to not just intentionally piss people off. But at the same time, what would you say? Like, do you think people should be more responsible about it and just not upset anyone, or do you think people should say what they want to say and try and seem interested? If you can.
Sorry.
Like
you look more interested in the fabric of the mic than you did in my question.
I'm shaking to chime in here, but I'm waiting for your response because he asked you.
I can't really remember what you asked.
I forgot what I wanted to say. You.
Oh, you've gone very red.
Yeah, no, I know.
I think that's the funniest thing I've seen all
You've
day.
upset your brother.
Good.
And you've subjected him to that, and he didn't like that, and he didn't want that, and you put him in that position.
Good.
Oh.
I think that if people know
What was
that
the
they
question?
are... Shut up! Oh, I hate you so... I love you, Tills. I think that if people are to chime... But no, restart. I think that if people know that they have a potty mouth, they should read the vibe of whether it be a new person that they meet or a new, group of people that they're in a room with.
Yeah.
They should be switched on to, is this going to be okay? And obviously, at the end of the day, there does have to be the first person that swears to sort of allow that environment to then take place. But I think it is actually a little bit unnecessary in particularly professional situations. I think if you're like in a meeting or whatever, you should try and avoid it. But again, if that is the general vibe, then it and you're not doing it too aggressively or passionately,
And someone breaks the swearing ice.
yeah, I think it is okay. But you got to be a little bit switched on.
Do you swear a lot, or do people swear a lot in school? Do you swear a lot in school? Is it?
People
We
swear a
know
lot
she
in
doesn't.
school.
She doesn't. I think she does.
No, she's already said she doesn't. Were you even listening earlier?
I don't believe you.
This kid. Sorry, I was
I-
going to call him a guy, but then I remembered.
I've heard you swear.
Yeah. So this is the thing.
That one time
No.
We do very much know that you're not.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You get in the car and you got some things to say sometimes.
That is a lie.
You have some choice words when you get in my car
we're
after
very
school.
aware, Tilly, that you are not. I really hope this isn't completely incorrect, but celibate towards swearing.
I
What
think
does
your
that mean?
favourite is bitch. Should I say?
I think your favourite
Okay.
is
My
bitch.
mother gave me a free pass
For bitch.
for that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Also interesting that Tilly doesn't know what the word celibate means.
Well, I mean, I think it probably just doesn't matter.
Would you like to know?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I mean, it's really not as
It's
exciting
not
as
that
you're
bad.
making it out
It's-
to be.
it's not that bad.
It just
What
means
does it mean?
completely like it's another. It's sort of another word for virgin, but in the way that you can have
okay.
a virgin drink.
No,
or like a
no. Because you can be celibate and not be a virgin. You
What?
choose celibacy, and that means you
No.
are refusing to take part in said act. I'm pretty damn sure. Because actually, most people choose that after
in a
they've tried it.
religious, I was gonna say in a religious context, I get.
Maybe not, but also I don't think it's then, because especially in like Christianity, they're all just waiting for marriage. Not all of them.
I'm
but
gonna be honest. I got back home at 6 a.m. this morning, and haven't slept very well.
Have you guys seen what mum talk is? I'm going to keep this as short as I can because I do not know enough.
Because I'm not a mother on TikTok.
It's right. So there's a series on Disney Plus. Me and my mate Izzy, we gave it 10 minutes of our time.
Wait, it's a thing.
Hated it.
It's called Mum Talk.
I don't think it's called Mum Talk, but their group on social media are called Mum Talk, and they are a group of Mormon wives.
Oh, this
or
is already
ex-wives
way better than I thought.
that have just chosen not to follow the Mormon standards. But they are Mormon, but they wanna shake their ass on social media and have a good time. It is ludicrous.
But you didn't finish watching it.
It's the worst show I've ever seen in my life. It is. I have never so quick. We were actually really excited to watch it because I read the blurb and was like, this sounds phenomenal. Two things. They've done a really bad job of it, and they're all awful people. I'm not gonna lie. I hope I don't have to meet any of them in the future. I'm sure some of them are lovely, but whenever American companies depict this Kardashian-style reality TV film, like that's what they've tried to go for.
Yeah.
It never paints people out as good people. They're always like, talking about cattiness, bitchiness, like who they hate, where the drama is, and we just couldn't do it. But I couldn't believe that because obviously Mormon is a really strong religion. For your information, I don't know.
Yeah, I did a history thing on the Mormons.
Well,
Do you
more
help
strict
me?
religion, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. And they have to follow certain rules. This group of mums have just been like, screw that. We're going to do what we want. And they made TikTok accounts, and they're doing somewhat well on socials apparently. And then they decided to make a series about them, and I think it's
You
ridiculous.
sure they're Mormon and not Amish?
No, they're Mormon.
It'd be so much funny if they were Amish.
It would be. I think there is a show on that as well.
I think there
I
might
think,
be. I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
But
but that's probably better because like they just don't know what's going on. Like it's kind of funny to watch them. I mean, I like the idea of being Amish because it is literally just stripped back. You're living on Earth. You don't have much connection to the outside world, and you're cracking on with it. But my God, put a LED 42-inch screen in front of them, they will lose their f***ing minds.
Yes.
And it's
What?
quite
And-
I feel like
people don't have
the Amish. I
technology.
feel like the Amish nowadays won't be as shocked by stuff as they.
No, and I think they have developed technology into their ecosystem now.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Amish a little bit more than they did.
I'll be honest. I
Oh,
don't know
it's
enough about
picture
it.
day tomorrow. I just remembered.
Picture day. Are you going to do anything nice for it? You celebrating?
No, but it's like the picture I'm gonna have for 2 years on, like the seating plans when they bring up your face.
Better not have any spots.
Better make it a good one.
Stop.
Do you reckon they'll get your knee in?
No.
I would like for them to make a point of your knee in some way or another, even if it's just. Do you want to do one of those?
Well, then her knee wouldn't be in it.
Well, yeah, but
The back of her knee.
What are they called? What's that move called? I just absolutely ruined my
Hamstring.
whatever it's called.
I can't remember what they're called, like a leg lift or something.
Leg lift. Okay, good. So what do you do any preparation in help?
Are you going to put anything extra on your face or hair to make yourself look nice for this, or are you just going to send it and hope for the best?
I'm probably just gonna do my normal school thing. Don't know about my hair because my hair's been weird recently.
I
It's
reckon
not
you
been
go
You know what?
cooperating.
Jojo bow, mohawk combo.
When I was just stood in the living room earlier, and you were walking into the house, the sun was making your hair look very cool. I thought it looked very like reflective and
Thanks.
balayage. Is that?
I guess
the,
I just have to get the sun in the back of my
what's
photo
no?
then.
What do you have in your hair? What's
Knits.
yes. Tilly's got knits.
Tilly got knits.
I
Oh,
don't.
Tilly got knits.
I don't.
You want to get one of those knit
The most
combs?
likely person to have knits here is actually Harvey.
How?
I'm so glad I escaped that.
How is that? How?
Well, he doesn't have any hair.
Well, that's fair.
and
What? And you're just so certain that you don't have knits that it must be me?
100 and 1,000% that I don't have
Oh,
knits.
100 and 1,000. Wow.
Two different numbers.
Yeah. Well, either way, I'm hoping that you and your knits have
Oh,
fun
I can
in
see them from
picture
here.
day.
Oh.
Can you now?
Oh,
Okay.
might want to deal with that later.
I'm too tired.
That's all right. Dobby will pick them out and eat them later.
That's such a. What, like the 8 years? Okay, should we swiftly move on?
So sorry.
It's like he wasn't even. He was barely paying attention. Such an uncool joke to make.
Poor Dobby.
Right, let's circle back. Let's recollect ourselves for a second. At the end of each podcast, we have agreed that we want to give a shout out to someone in the comments because we want to make sure that you guys know that we're actually seeing them. We're getting involved. We appreciate you watching and we appreciate you commenting and liking and subscribing as well if you haven't done already.
Stop beatboxing.
Yeah, just shut up for like one goddamn second.
You're so boring. I hope you know that.
I'm just doing the like necessary bits and then we'll get to the fun stuff. Let's do the giggles now, shall we? So Agostina Fernandez Cano 1231, I guess I'll read the full name, has asked a question for us to answer, which I thought would be a nice little end segment for this podcast. And the question is, would you rather be trapped in a romantic comedy?
Comedy?
Would you rather be trapped in a romantic comedy with your enemies or trapped in a horror movie with your friends?
Horror movie with... No, can't do horror movie.
Because horror movie is pretty bleak. So
I've never even really watched one, I don't think.
You'd be having a laugh with your mates in a horror movie because as terrifying as it would just be like, what the hell is happening? Or you'd be in a romantic comedy with people you hate.
Yeah, with people you hate, but there might also be like strangers.
Now, here's the thing. I really don't like the people I hate.
Really?
That's interesting.
That's shocking.
That's a hot take.
Yeah. So, I don't think I'd want to be stuck in a romantic comedy with them because then there would just be nothing fun about that.
I feel like
but you can mess
the
with
vast
them.
majority of the sort of main characters would be your enemies. I don't really have any enemies, I don't think.
I don't have enemies.
There are some people I don't
really
particularly
don't like.
enjoy being around, but like, I don't have enemies.
There's very few people that I would say I hate, and they don't deserve being called enemies because enemies has like a fun little.
Oh, you're saying they're less than that? They don't deserve your
exactly.
label,
They're not
your
enemy.
time.
My enemy is you.
Yeah, you're my enemy. I was going to say the same thing. You're our enemy.
But it's like a loving enemy. I would have to go for the horror film. Just firm it. Saw me up. I don't.
Okay. Which saw trap would you like to be in?
Not a good question.
Probably not a great question.
I've never watched a horror movie, so I don't really know.
There's typically like death and stuff.
You
Yeah.
can. Some people have avoided it.
Some people survive, but they're pretty traumatized
What about
afterwards.
you then, Harvey?
Well, I don't know. I think a rom-com with your enemies could be fun because then you get to maybe figure out things that you maybe like about them, or they might become a bit more tolerable. I don't know. Like, at least there's a redeeming factor in the fact that there's some sort of comedic aspect. And I don't like not liking people. It's not like I don't get any gratification out of it. I think some people, it's nice to get that off your chest and to just go, oh, I just don't like that person, and it actually feels really rewarding. For me, it just frustrates me because I want to like everyone, and maybe that's a fault of mine, but some people are just very difficult to get along with. And so if I could find a way to get along with those people by being trapped in a very specific scenario with them for 24 hours, then maybe that would work out well, but I don't know.
What a weirdly nice take from Harvey.
Thanks, everyone. I've spent a lot of time on that, and my brain is slowly shrinking. So
Was that the comment?
that was the comment.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
cool.
it. That was the comment of the week. Thanks, everyone. Make sure you leave a comment on this week's episode if you want to shout out in the next episode. And that's pretty much where we're going to wrap it up because I am absolutely
I'm going to
shattered.
end it today because Harvey always ends it. So thanks everybody for watching.
Pew, pew.
Bye.
You didn't
No!
you didn't say like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Turn
And
on that post
you also
notification bell. And also,
Didn't thank them for watching.
thanks. I did. I said
And
thanks
tell
for
them to get
watching,
some
guys.
merch.
Bye.
Pew, pew.
Get merch. Bye.
Terrible salesman.
Bye.